you're very social conscious in your records, and I'm starting to see you do more on the political scene. I saw you out there in New York with Russell Simmons after the NYPD killed Eric Garner. That was like an explosive moment, and I could tell you felt a responsibility to be there.
It's beautiful, man. We need justice. That's why we're here. It's beautiful. Look at that. The people are speaking. Look at that.
How are you handling this? What's going on with Black Lives Matter and the police? How are you dealing with this, and how active are you with that?
Well, yeah, you know, Russell is a hip hop giant. Anytime he calls, I try to be there. You know, if I'm not there, if I can't be there, then you know, I like to support any way I can. But I looked out there and joined the march, and there was thousands of people out there, all nationalities, that just want to see injustice stop. As I'm walking there with Russell, I'm really proud of him, and I'm happy about what he did with this march. This is important, but I can't stop to think about the stuff that I read about the '60s and what they were going through in this country and all over the world. And I thought that we was past it. I couldn't imagine that people haven't changed since, you know, decades ago, and that, you know, the whole world is now experiencing again what happened in the '60s.
A severe level of racism.
Yes.
And hatred.
Yes, for sure. And it's a lot to do with Barack being in office, racists who don't like him in office.
True that.
And it's a reaction to it. It's what happens when it happens when things change in this country. When you know, there used to be lynch parties because of an achievement by an African American. You know, like what's happening, like Tulsa, Oklahoma, was they call like the Black Wall Street, because they were thriving and doing better than the whole town. You know, at some point they needed an excuse. People who weren't doing as well as this black independent community was doing started a whole thing to take their stuff and take them over. So it's like when Barack got in office, you know, things like just happened, just triggered off. And the races are now, they can't handle it. They're going too far. It's like we need a healing to come and re-educate people about how to deal with each other in the world, you know? So anything that I could do, I'm down to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be thinking. And it's a lot to think about. So I think about, damn, you know, how did the Muhammad Ali handle, how did he handle all of that back then? Because here he is, the champion of the world, a role model. He wants to use his influence to help things. And he still has to be a role model to children. He doesn't want to alienate himself or push a certain group back because of his views, but he has to be truthful and say what he feels and do the best that he can to help change things. I think that all of us in the spotlight have to look at people like Muhammad Ali and just think about what he had to go through and how did he handle it and what did he do that was effective to help bring this thing together.
Muhammad Ali made huge sacrifices on his life to make it so that he was unshakable, and there was no doubt that his commitment was true and from the heart. And you could take away his belt, you could stop his money coming in. He felt he was on the side of righteousness. So he kind of got down for a small period like Mandela. Like, he just sacrificed his personal life to change things. And sometimes it takes one person who's willing to make that kind of sacrifice to get the whole world to watch.
That's right.
Because right now, the whole world is watching police killing black people, and that's got to stop.
It's going to take one person from their side, too,
Yeah.
that's brave enough to put his life on the line in politics. Somebody from that side who has the smarts, the know-how, and the heart to go in there and change those laws and really come down on these officers, the ones that violate human rights and the law and violate the law. Someone from that side of it has to, and you know what happens. A lot of presidents get shot for putting their foot down. Presidents.
Yep.
So I'm not even saying a president needs to do it. I'm saying someone even lower in the ranks just needs to be as brave as some of the brave Americans that come before us that help change the world from their end, because they're scared too.
Yeah, 100%. It takes both sides
Yeah.
to make this problem go away.